What's good, fight fans? It's Bout Time with Rashawn's Bout Time Boxing, aka Mr. Trill Mill. I want to say what's up to the whole Bout Time family and the Trill 100 Mill gang. Again, I just want to say thank you to everybody that has been subscribing to the channel thus far, and everyone who's been supporting the channel. I definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. I mean, you know, if I can't say everybody, you know, by name, but still just know that I truly, from the heart, appreciate, you know, the support from each and every one of y'all. And, you know, I hope to, you know, to keep, you know, I hope that we can, you know, grow together, you know what I mean? And I can keep bringing y'all and giving y'all the best that I can, you know, the best boxing content that I can possibly give y'all. All right, so Saturday, December 5th, Danny Garcia, The Truth, ERROL Spence Jr. Fight is here Saturday. Now, I'm from Philadelphia, and so is Danny Garcia, so quite naturally people expect me to support the hometown guy, you know, and I mean, quite naturally I would, you know, but, you know, when you know, like I said, I'm trying to, you know, be as truthful as I can with y'all and give y'all the best content possible. I don't see Danny Garcia winning this fight against ERROL Spence. But now, if Danny expects to win, now, the closest to a blueprint that you're going to get to beating ERROL Spence, honestly, is watching a fight with him and Sean Porter. You know, if you see the way Sean Porter fought him, Sean Porter kept the pressure on him. And I mean, you can't allow ERROL Spence to walk to you. If you allow ERROL to walk to you and keep the pressure on you, then, you know, that's when you're going to have, you know, you're going to have some trouble. If you allow him to back you up, and especially if you're a fighter that can't fight backing up, you're going to have a problem. And Danny can't fight backing up. If you look at the fight when Danny fought Kendall Holt, and I know it was still like kind of early in his career, and that was like his step-up fight, you know, with Golden Boy, you know, to see if he was ready for the, I guess, the, you know, the top, you know, for, you know, the elite competition, but he had trouble in that fight with Kendall Holt. He had problems in that fight. You know, Danny has problems with people who can box. And if your range is longer, and if you look at Danny, his arms is like kind of short. You know what I mean? So that's why if you notice when he have his guard up, you know, his arms always seem to be like open, you know. But ERROL Spence has a longer reach than Danny Garcia, and then Danny has a tendency to, you know, Danny can't get into a situation where he end up, you know, trying to, you know, exchange, you know, blow for blow with Spence, because he's, you know, if Spence is on point, then he's gonna capitalize on that, because a lot of Danny's fights, you know, when somebody has caught him with a good shot, he, you know, instead of him settling down, okay, and just boxing, because when Danny boxes, he can box when he boxes, okay? When he fought Lucas Matisse and he boxed in that fight, if you see the spots where he boxed at, he actually looked good. You know, when he fought Mauricio Herrera, he lost that fight all the way. He lost that fight. But when Danny gets hit, he feel like he has to try to get that back. So he's going to come and try to, you know what I mean? He's going to come and try to hit you the way you hit him, or try, you know, he gets a little careless, he gets reckless. And if Spence catches, and if ERROL Spence catches him with a good shot, or maybe a nice combination, and Danny, you know, try to get into the exchange, it's possible he may lose that exchange and he could get hurt. So Danny's going to have to be smart, and he's going to, you know, he's going to have to be smart, and he cannot allow ERROL Spence to, you know, to put the pressure on him and to back him up. You know, and he can't let ERROL Spence force him into an exchange, Because if you look at most of Errol Spence's fight, even though when he fought Sean Porter had the pressure on him, and every time he kept the pressure on Errol, that's when Sean Porter was actually being productive in the fight, other than using his head, you know. But when he kept the pressure on Spence, the fight was competitive. And there was even some rounds where people felt like, you know, Errol Spence could have lost some rounds because of the way that Sean Porter fought him, you know, with the aggressiveness and keeping the pressure on him, and him stepping to Spence and not allowing Errol Spence to back him up. So Danny Garcia is going to have to be smart. And he cannot allow himself to be backed up. He can't allow Errol Spence to walk to him and put that pressure on him. Because if he do that, he's in trouble. And he can't get frustrated. If Spence catches him with a good shot, he needs to settle down, be smart, and box. If he tries to, you know, like, oh, well, I'm going to try to hurry up and get it back and start swinging. Why? Because when Danny gets caught with good shots, he gets careless and he come at you and he just start. And, you know, when he swing that little looping hook that he got, he put his hands and he looped that hook. He, you know, when he's turning his face away when he throwing a hook. And then he looped that right, and when he got that overhand right, he throws that, and he you know, he's looking away. You know, and Spence is a southpaw too, so you got to remember the punches are coming from the opposite side too. So if he make those mistakes, you know, it's possible Spence may be able to capitalize on him and either catch him with that uppercut or boom, you know what I mean, or come over or throw his own looping shot. So, I mean, this is just my opinion on what I think, you know, Danny Garcia has to do in order for the keys to victory, you know, for him to win. But for Errol Spence got to do what Spence do. He got to be able to walk to Danny, put the pressure on him, not allow Danny to get into his comfort zone. He got to try to frustrate him. He got to frustrate Danny. Got to keep Danny frustrated the entire fight. And he got to keep that pressure on him and keep walking to him, and don't let him breathe. He got to be aggressive with him. You know, I said, you know, this is just my opinion about the fight. And, you know, if each fighter make a mistake, how the fight could possibly go. But if anybody gets stopped, I mean, I see Errol I don't see Danny being able to stop Errol. I'm not saying that he doesn't have the power or the skill to do it, but it's just more likely that if anybody does get stopped or knocked out in this fight, more than likely Spence may do it. And I see a lot of people is thinking, well, you know, Errol not the same. He was in a car accident. You know, he hasn't been in the ring for a while. But see, a lot of people don't know, you know, taking time away from the ring actually give you time to recharge yourself. You may be a little rusty in spots here and there, you know, timing and, you know, things of that nature. But, you know, it gives your body time to heal and recoup, especially when you've been fighting consistently. You know, so, but I think it is smart, though, when Danny and his father was saying that, look, we're not going for that. He was in a car accident. He's not the same fighter. They said we're going to treat him as if he was never in a car accident and that he, you know, 100% healthy. But Spence himself even said, you know, listen, people probably going to think that, you know, I'm not the same fighter. You know, he said, no. He said, I'm going to show y'all. And I'm going to show y'all I'm the same fighter. Ain't nothing different. I'm still that same dog. I'm still going to put that pressure. I'm going to step to him, you know. And he said that he wants to be the one to, you know, he said if the knockout come, he said he'll take it. And this is when he was talking to Max Kellerman and Stephen A. Smith when he was on First Take. But, you know, he said, look, he said, the knockout come, he said, I'll take it. He said, but I'm just looking to beat Danny. He said, because he feels like that nobody has really beat Danny Garcia decisively. And I beg to differ even with that, because like I said, when he fought Mauricio Herrera in Puerto Rico, Danny clearly lost that fight. Mauricio clearly beat him. So, but he just said he felt like, you know, that nobody has really beaten, you know, Danny Garcia decisively, you know, convincingly. So he's saying that he wants to be the one to do that. So Saturday, December 5th, pay-per-view extravaganza. Danny Garcia, Errol Spence Jr. collide head-to-head, unified WBC IBF welterweight championship. Who do y'all think is going to be the one to take it? Who do y'all think is going to be the one to take it? Do y'all think Errol Spence has what it takes to retain his unified championship? Or do y'all think Danny Garcia has what it takes to reign atop the welterweight division once again? So we're going to find out. Again, I want to say, I appreciate the About Time family and the Trill 100 More gang. I appreciate the support from everybody that subscribed to the channel. Please watch this video, smash that like button, hit the notification button, and keep getting the latest from Rashawn's About Time Box.